Hello? Yeah. Hello. Um, Windows machine updated itself and now it broke every single setting. Like the camera doesn't have zoom anymore. Somehow I'm very white, like dead, like as if I were dead. Uh, I had messed up with all of those settings. Oh, we back. Holy, we are back. Okay, now this is way too bright. Damn, that was a jump scare. Okay, now I feel like I'm too red. But better than I was before, I would say. Yeah, I mean, comparatively, I'm way too red now. Yeah, I don't know what happened. What the hell is wrong with this? I mean, I can play a little bit with the... Whoa! Can play a little bit with the temperature of the camera. Just so I appear a little bit more normal-like. Maybe this, and then dump down a little on the saturation, maybe. Maybe this? Is this better? Maybe this is better. Hola, everyone. Good morning. Hello, TS Just. Congrats on being first. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Today we are doing Unity. Olá, bom dia. Good job. I see that you're learning Portuguese, finally. Eu quero Dudes Art stream. Thank you very much. It's here. It's all yours. No one else is here watching. Well, there's another person watching, but I'm not calling them out. Yeah, we will be working on Unity. Hell yeah. Is the music playing? Just double check. I mean, OBS says yes. Should be very low. Unfortunately, yes. Well, yeah. I like the music. People doing, in general, do enjoy the music. So I'm keeping it. So yeah, I'm working on this game here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is a board game. It's called Dwarven Checkers. There are more details like below the stream. Are there any good pools with diving tower and or springboards over there? I mean, the public pools, or like, man, we have beaches, you know, like people go to the beach. Whoever wants a pool builds a pool in their backyard. I believe there's some pools in Mafra where I've been to in the past, but I mean, this is not a big pool. I mean, it doesn't even have like jumping stuff, but it used to have. There's another one in Santarém, which is like a water park. A very small water park, but it has pools as well. I don't know if you can like, if it has a springboard. If there's a springboard, I don't see one, but you have like a pool that makes waves and stuff. But this is very far away from the beach, and that's why they built a pool for the community. But overall, people just go to the beach. There's one in Sintra. Well, it's in Praia das Maçãs. ocean pool. It's ocean water. Arribas, okay. Hello Elgardia, good morning. Surely athletic swimmers and stuff go to an actual pool to do laps. Yeah, but it's indoor pools. And usually indoor pools don't have like springboards, you know, just have like a little platform that you can jump. Yeah. But why would you go to a pool if you have like good beaches here? You have springboards and 10-meter towering or no? We do not have. I mean, there's probably some pools here to dive, but they would be more like competition pools, and I don't think regular people can actually go to them for free. I would say that you need to pay like a monthly fee in order to have classes and all. Beaches is for sun tanning and getting your stuff stolen when you go into the water. That mostly doesn't happen in Portugal. Besides that small beach in Carcavelos that I showed the other day. Piscina Saltos, Portugal. Well, yeah, Piscina Oceânica de Oeiras. Oh, yeah, this is what you want. Oeiras. Yeah. I think this is what you want. Well, but this is like this is near the beach. You can even fucking see like the sea there. Why would you go to the pool if you have the freaking sea like 100 meters away? But you can dive on the beach. Well, you cannot dive from a 10-meter tall tower, but you can dive. I mean, if you want to do this shit, you better go to like this stuff and then just jump from there. That's like manly men do. That's what I did. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a little like a lake, and then you jump from there. Yeah. And this is like 9 meters tall. And I jumped there. Well, not at first, obviously. Feet first, but I jumped. And I'm still alive. Do springboard diving, not jump off a cliff diving. Oh, but you really do it like as a sport or just a hobby or just in the summer? Do you like do the 360s non-stop stuff? I mean, that would be cool. Yeah. ¿Por qué no los dos? This is Spanish, yeah. ¿Por qué no ambos? No, I'm just asking, like, do you legit train for it? Or do you just do it as a meme to impress the girls or the boys? Oh, okay, very cool, very cool. No, what I said was Spanish, like, ¿por qué no los dos? Means, ¿por qué no ambos? Or why not both? But that was Spanish. The meme, the original meme, is in Spanish, you know? Yeah, I didn't want to type the Spanish one, she said get banned, yeah. Yeah, but Pego do Inferno is cool. This is in Algarve. But then there was 1 year where everything on this little forest burned down. So I think they had to close it for a couple of years. But maybe it's open now. I don't know. And you cannot feel the depth on this. No one knows the actual depth, but it's like more than 20 meters for sure. No one can go there without a face mask. Yeah. It's very, very deep. I tried. And then I got scared and came to the surface. Yeah, I used to swim, to have swimming classes. Not professional, not like competitive ones. Elgardia did have competitive swimming, but guys built like a tank, you know. Yeah, going deep. Yeah, no one knows how deep this is. Maybe a very small tank. Well, it's a tank nonetheless. Yeah, I do freestyle too. Well, no one knows the actual depth of this. Or if they do, they don't tell you. No, it's not a 3-meter waterfall. Shut up, it's 8 meters. It's only 7 meters deep. There's no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. This is all fake news. Isn't he gonna be back with people? Maybe. You have to walk a ton to get there. Like it's not really that easy to reach. Where is this? Well, it doesn't even show. Yeah, but it's like here in the middle of nothing, and there's no actual road. You need to walk like in the middle of the forest and stuff. Stigman, hello, good morning, welcome to the stream. Why are you making UI? The dwarfs must be content with the console output of their current health, etc. Copium. We thank autocorrect for that one. Yeah, I mean, we haven't even started the UI. Well, we did start the UI, but we didn't start working on it today. Yeah, but maybe we should start. Okay, this is the game. Hello, everyone. This is the game. It's called Dwarven Checkers, and it's a version of checkers that you also play with dice, essentially. You have 4 players. I mean, this is tough to explain without actually having like a game playing, but the game, I mean, I just started working on this project, so nothing is working yet, just the 3D render of it. But essentially, you have 4 corners, which is 4 players, and then each turn, each player gets to place some tiles, and whoever gets to these blue tiles first start getting points from those victory tiles, let's call it that way. Essentially, you have to build paths. You pretend they are tunnels, okay? You have to build paths that always connect to your root base. And then what might happen is that, for example, pink might challenge one of these victory tiles that belonged to blue, and if the pink team ends up getting this tile, then all of the path that belonged to the blue after this tile is destroyed, because this tile was serving like as a sort of an anchor point. So it essentially would remove the rest of the path that they would have moving forward. And I mean, the game is pretty much that. So each player plays once, and then you count the number of points on depending on who owns each tile. So the dark blue ones are worth 1 point, these middle ones are worth 3, and then the super bright one is worth 5 or 6, I don't recall. And the first one to 35 wins. That's essentially it. And then yesterday I started working on this little UI stuff here. So you can see we have a button that says end turn, GG. We also have these counters that tell you how much tiles you still have left to place. And yeah, I'm trying to, at the very least, figure out I've never actually used Unity to build like a proper game, just like as hobby projects. And this is supposed to be a proper game. So yeah, I'm learning pretty much everything from scratch because the last time that I used Unity was over 10 years ago. Yeah, and I'm learning the new UI system, the new input system, everything new because I don't have experience with it. So yeah, yesterday I was playing with this game UI stuff, and then like reusing another another Unity toolkit stuff as different files and trying to referencing them. And then I was trying to see how I could like reuse their functionality and also add code to change them as Unreal does. And apparently it's more difficult in Unity. It's not impossible. I have like a proof of concept working already. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm just trying to see how I can dynamically upgrade the UI, because I want the UI to show the current state of the game, like which round you're on, who's the next player, and all of that. And yeah, once we have that, we can get started on the player stuff, like on the rules themselves. Well, I could be logging all of this to the console, you know, but that would be meh. That would be very meh. Yeah, so I have a script right now that essentially paints the background of the tiles with a random color that I can assign to, which is pretty cool. And but now what I want to do is I actually created this what's this called, scriptable object that allows you to essentially create like a table of data that you can then reference somehow. So yeah, I'm trying to see now how can I get this value here, this movement tile blue value, and replace this texture with these ones. You know, that's the plan. So I should already have a reference to the data table. So that's pretty GG. And now I should have the movement tiles stored here. Hello, fishy alt fishy. Good morning, welcome to the stream. Yeah, my name is Dude Zord and I do game dev, pretty much. I work in 3 separate projects throughout the week. And today I'm working in Unity, making a game with a friend. And I'm trying to figure out how the UI stuff works. So if you have any comment, any suggestion, or any question, feel free. So the way that I'm trying to do this is I'm trying to create these classes that derive from, well, maybe they don't need to derive from visual element, now that I think of it. Because essentially I want to have okay, let me start from scratch. I want each one of these UI files to have a corresponding script. Okay? Because I want the ability to change each one of these UIs with helper methods that only Know are aware of. In Unreal, this is very easy because you can derive classes or UIs from C++ files and C++ classes. In Unity, you cannot. So in Unity, what you need to do is you need to create a version of that class and then somehow pass the UI element as a constructor, okay? Which is fine. It's not terrible. Like, it's not ideal, but it's not terrible. And that will, at the very least, allow me to then grab the root element, the root visual element, and then everything that I do, I can use this root element that I just passed. Not great, not terrible, yeah. By the way, there will be a point in time where I'll need to leave for like 20 minutes because I have someone coming here to give me a quote on painting the house. And that will happen in like the next 30 minutes, I think. So, FYI. So yeah. True. So FYI. So my plan now is, for example, here I'm building all of these movement tiles, you know. But what I actually want to do is I would want to select all of these movement tile and then do a new movement tile and pass the new route, you know, like something like this. So I can then change the thing inside. So this is my plan. And then probably a 2 array or something. I don't know if I can like hold a iterable. Can this be a enumerable? Won't this like require me to result? What? T source. I don't know. But yeah, this is my plan. And then instead of using these visual elements, I want to use a movement tile, like movement tile UI stuff, you know? So maybe I should like call this UI or UI player tiles container or something. Yeah, maybe he prepend everything with the UI movement tile, and this will be a UI combat tile, you know, so that all of this is like well split in terms of responsibilities. I don't know if this is the proper way. It's probably not. There's probably a better way of binding. Well, maybe not better way, but there's probably a different way of doing this stuff. That's most people find ideal, but I don't like it. I don't like all of the binding process because it only allows you to bind to like individual parameters, and I want to have like full control over these and modify them through code. But I want to build the UI with the UI editor, the UI builder, but then I want to modify the UI state with code. And usually you can only expose individual parameters. Yeah, good. Okay, and this will be a UI combat style. I mean, we are learning. Maybe this is gonna work, maybe this is gonna fail. We are already getting spam, mods. Thank you, mods. See, it's good to have mods. And it's even better having mods on pay, you know? All of my mods do get feeden. Feeden? No, I got a auto-modded message, like pending. And then my mod, yeah, fixed it. Good job, mods. Okay. So this is this. And then I also have this. So I want to probably call this UI game. I want to call this UI player tiles container. UI. This is going to be UI instead. I'm just trying to find like my groove, you know, of what do I actually like doing, what do I actually enjoy doing with with this. Okay, so what can we actually do with root? Panel settings, parent UI, pivot, root visual elements, sorting order. Yeah, I don't think I want any of that. Dot root visual element. I mean, whatever. No, let's leave it like this. And then this UI. Oh, not IO, UI. Okay. So this part here is done. Now I need to create these UI movement tiles, scripts. So this is gonna be UI movement tile, and then a UI combat tile. Then this is gonna have a root, and for now, I don't think I care that much. And then I'll call a set color that doesn't do anything, or a set theme texture, set color texture. I don't know, something, you know, something. So this is the plan. I really need a snack, but it's 4 a.m. Damn. Okay. What snacks can you hit at 4 a.m.? Okay, have you slept, or are you still going to sleep after this? Because that might make a difference. What kind of snack would I like to have at 4 a.m.? Damn, I don't even know. To me, it doesn't feel like it's a proper time to be eating, you know? I feel like this UI is very small. Can I like zoom in besides doing this? Do I have like a scaling on this crap? Because I feel like this is very small to see on stream. Do I have a global zoom level on Unity? Does anyone know? Preferences, zoom, scale. Yeah, I don't know what to call it. I would say zoom, but he's only giving me this stuff. I don't know. But I wanted to make these a little bit bigger, but I don't like these because this doesn't show like the full name. So if one of you could find out, I would appreciate it. Okay, UI combat style. Oh. UI movement tile. UI. Oh, combat tile. I see. And I don't think I need a reference to this. Okay, so if I set a theme color, and then I pass a color, whatever this means, doesn't matter. What I'll want to do now is I'll want to iterate over each movement tile, and then I want to do a tile.set color texture. Okay, and then I'll pass a data table dot movement tile blue. And then I will want to do the same thing for the combat tiles. Okay. And then the only thing that I now need to do here is I need to go into my UI combat tile, and I'll need to find the combat tile color image, which is what I want here. Okay, so private visual element is going to be a, well, no, this is going to be a, what type is this? It's an image. Color image. Okay, and then here I'll do a color image dot image equals that. Okay, so now I just need to figure out how to get this combat tile color image. I mean, pretty cool. It even offers like autocomplete and stuff, which is pretty cool. Which is pretty cool. Okay, and then if I go on this one, okay, I'll need to change this here. And this is going to be a movement tile color image. Movement tile color image. And this is going to be called UI combat tile. And this is going to be called UI movement tile. Okay. Do we think this is going to work? Like first try, legit first try. I would sincerely hope so. I would sincerely hope so. Game UI. No, bro, can you change? Why does it still say set team color? And then it doesn't matter which color I pass. I just wanted to set it to blue. Why does it say game UI here when it should be saying UI game, you know? Like if I do this and I drop it there, it should say UI game and it says game UI. Okay, is this gonna work? No. And the name game UI does not exist in the current context. You are very true, my guy. It's called UI game. Okay, UI game. Okay. Are we getting blue tiles everywhere? No, because we got a crash somewhere. Oh, player tiles container is not getting anything. What? Oh. No. I think I know why. I think I know why. No, hold on. What the hell? Player tiles container. It's root. Okay, I'm confused. Okay, let me start this again. And then stop it. And value cannot be null. Which line, my guy? Movement tile 13. Okay, so this just means that the binding that we are doing kinda sucks right now. So I wonder if these are... I think this is now called UI. And this is also now called UI. Maybe. Let's see. Also no. UI elements, visual root, UI player tiles container, line 16. Okay, so it's crashing there. So this is still called player tiles container. Hold on. Okay, so I have UI game. UI game will have a player tiles container. Okay, player tiles container. And then I will open the player tiles container. And it's still going to be called movement tiles container and combat tiles container. And then it has movement tiles inside. Okay. So I don't actually need any of these. And this is still called movement tile. I see. And this is still called combat style. Okay, this part here is confusing. Okay. Hopefully this is gonna work now. Nope. Movement style. Okay. Let's put a breakpoint there. We need to attach to the Unity editor. Okay, we are attached, and now we play the game. Oh, it can be because I renamed stuff, and now it. Yeah, it's probably because I renamed stuff. Hold on. UI. Apply overrides. Save. Okay, will this work now? No. Ay. Can you like attach here? Or hello? Why is this not attaching? What is wrong with you? Attach. Okay, now it's attaching. Okay, so apparently this button doesn't do shit, which is odd. Okay, it's still not attached. Okay, now it is attached. Now I can do play. Okay, let's see what happens now. Okay, so we get the root element for this. This is all fine. So now what I want to do is I want to enter. No, my guy, I don't care about this. This. Pretty cool. Now, do I have something in my root? Maybe. But maybe this doesn't like doing this on here because the UI hasn't been started yet. But then I want to do this. What do I have on movement styles? I have 3 movement styles with roots. Do I have like a tree here that I can open and see what I have? Visual. Visual element? No. Visual tree or something? UI game. And then data table. The data table has the proper data, so that's not the issue. The issue is that maybe movement tiles is not pointing to the proper thing, you know? Like when I do this thing here. Maybe my root doesn't exist. Template container movement tile. So I wonder if this can be... Oh, so it's saying that color image doesn't exist. Combat. Right, because it's called movement tile. You dummy. You dummy. It's called movement tile color image here. And that's why you don't copy paste, folks. This is a movement tile color image, and this is combat tile color image. They were in reverse. Okay. Will this work now? Look at... Oh, only half of them worked. Oh, because I don't have the code here yet. Hold on. Code. Okay, everyone, look at this. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It worked. We can now change like the textures in real time. GG's. Okay, pretty cool. No, this is wrong. Oh, I know why. Because this is not the movement tile blue. This is going to be a combat tile blue here. And now I need to go on this, put a, it's gonna probably be like a vector or something. Combat tiles for blue. Yes. I mean, I can hello? Can you like what's the issue, my guy? Player container SEO doesn't contain a definition for. Oh. So do I need to rebuild this? So every time that I change this, I need to rebuild this? Really? That won't be fun. No. Or maybe it doesn't enjoy this. Player tiles container does not contain definition for combat. It's not combat tile. It's combat tiles. Are you not like listening or? Oh no, it's just complaining of this. I see. Okay. Yeah, Unity is weird. If you don't fix all of the compilation issues, then it won't even like update this data here. Okay, combat tiles blue. Okay. For some reason, it doesn't show the. It doesn't show this editor here for this. Maybe it cannot be this. It needs to be like an array or something. I don't know. Does it need to be something like this? I don't remember C#, but I thought this was supposed to work, but for some reason it doesn't work here. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't work here. Okay. Weird stuff. Hold on, I'm clicking a bunch of stuff now. No, scripts. No, it's not scripts, it's on UI. Resources. This. Okay, and on this one, I'll be able to put stuff here. I mean, I only have the. Okay, so it needs to be only one. It's gonna be a combat tile. I see. And then I'll need to set like a number. It needs to have a number on top. I see. Blue combat. Okay, pretty cool. So now, if I play this, they should all replace properly. Good job. Hooray. Hell yeah. Okay, pretty cool. So what do I want to do here? What do I want to do here now? Okay, maybe I could now start with the actual like placement of tiles logic. You know? So these hexagon ones are the movement tiles. So I need to be able to like build a path. And then I need to be able to like delete one tile and see how the rest of the path like propagates. You know? So I think I'll need to add more stuff. Mainly what do I need to do here? I will need to be able to build a path. I need to obviously always start here, like in the corner. So I cannot start placing blue tiles in the middle of the board. They need to start, the very first one needs to come from this row here, or this column. Need to come from this column. And what? So I will need to somehow identify that these 3 tiles do belong to the blue player. And that they are like the base, you know? They are like the base, like the anchor points for the blue player. So how do I want to do this? Good question. I do not know. Good question. So we have for example, this tile here. But for now it has a cell script. Now I wonder if this should be part of the cell script or if it should be part Okay. I'm trying to think how to even say these things. So I need to somehow mark these 3 tiles here as tiles that belong to, well, they do not belong, but as the initial tiles where blue can place its tiles. But green, if green would like to build a giant path over here, green would be able to take this as well. But these will serve as like the regular anchor points for blue. But now I'm thinking if I should actually mark these ones here. You know. Well, if I mark this one, it will do this. But this one will be an index -1. Which is fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. So maybe I should mark all of these 3 instead. Okay, everyone, I need to go. I think. Hold on. I'm getting a call. Okay, fake news. I also have I have like 15 more minutes to go. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to mark these tiles as the root ones. Because if anything, I want to mark these ones as belonging to blue. Because then these can be free for all, but then these will always be able to. Yeah, so that maybe that's what I want to do. Maybe I want to mark these ones as cells that belong to blue, and but they won't be movement tiles. They're just gonna be like base tiles or team tiles or something like that. Okay, I think that's the plan. Okay, I think that's the plan. So he's gonna be tile 0. He's gonna be tile 0, and I'll need to do something like this. I'll need to move them a little bit up. And this is not like proper professional development, you know? I'm just trying to figure out what's the best way to do this. Okay, but if I mark this as being this cell, now I need to add a component called team cell or something. Yeah. So if I now go to cells, I think I'll just do a team base cell. Something. Team base cell. Something like this. Doesn't matter that much what this is. Team base cell. Only thing I need to do is get like a player caller or something, or a team index. Maybe I'll do an in 32. Okay, hold on. Do I have an enum here somewhere? E-game states. E-player. Turn. No. E-team caller. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Team ID. YOLO. YOLO for now. Or a player ID. Or player index maybe. So this belongs to a player index. So if I this is gonna be the 1 this is gonna be the 0. Team cell. Okay, and this is gonna be the team base cell or player index 1. Okay, good job. Okay, so now I need to go on row 9 is gonna be a -1/9, which is fine. And I'll need to move this somehow. Where's the board? There's the board. Oh my god. Putting into the center of the screen. Good job. So these and these, something like this. Okay. And then I'll need to adjust the height, because why not? Okay, pretty cool. Okay. This works. This is gonna be player index 0. So now we're gonna have 11/9, you know, or 11/9, which is on all of the other way. It will be player index 1. Okay, pretty cool. And then we are gonna go to row 01, row 1, and we are gonna put a 11/1 here. It's gonna be player index 2, and we just need to move this guy. Kinda there. Doesn't need to be perfect. Just needs to be kinda properly positioned, more or less. Okay, and then, oops, and then I'm gonna have a -1/1. -1/1. This is going to be player index that. Okay, and this one I kind of move there. Okay, and now I just need to do the outer one. So here I'll put a 0/1, not 0/0. It's also gonna be that 0/0. But now this one, I need to do something like this. Yeah, the mapping of the cells is the most boring part for sure. I can tell you that much. There's probably a better way of doing this, to be completely honest. But I mean, if it works, it works. Okay, so I have this, and now I need to do a 11/0, and this is gonna be player index 2, 11/0, and I need to move all of these there. Everyone, what is your favorite engine to make games on? You are forbidden to say tire bytes. Memes. Okay, 003, 11/02. Pretty cool. Then -1/13, 11/12. Okay. pretty nice. And then if we go to row 9, we have a -190, the 1191, and then we have a 010 and the 1010. Oh no, okay, I need the 1110 here. 1110 here. It's gonna be team 1, 1110, and I need to move all of this here. Okay, I think this kind of works. So this will be like the anchor points. Okay, so we'll have the anchor points. So GG. So what more do I want to do here? Well, I think that in terms of mapping, I think it's pretty much this. Okay, how much time has passed since the guy called me? Because I need to get going like fairly soon. This freaking iPhone app doesn't like update the calls that I got. Like I need to kill the app and then open the app again so it updates. What the hell is going with this? Yeah, like I legit do not understand this. This thing. Oh, because it's putting unknown callers into a different thing. Nah, bro. I don't want you to put unknown callers into a different panel. What the hell do you mean? Nah. Okay, I see. Okay. More like this. Okay, 10:56. Okay, so I have like 5 minutes. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna start anything now. I think I'm gonna start like heading outside. And meet the guy. Yeah, he'll be here in like 5 minutes, I guess. Let me see, where are their offices? Directions. To home. 17 minutes, 16 minutes. Okay, so if you call me at 56, so 13 minutes have passed. Okay, so he'll be here in like 3 minutes. Okay, everyone, I'm gonna get going for now. I'll put 16 or 17 minutes break is like the highest one that I have. But I'll probably take more time than that, you know? But at least fine. So, yeah, I will shout very loudly whenever I'm here, just to scare you guys. Okay, so I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, I am back. Hola, hola, hola. Yeah, I don't have the quote yet, so we need to wait for them to actually calculate them. In any case, I think we can start with figuring out like the 1 billion kwanza. Well, that's probably not too much. 1 billion kwanza. 2 euros. Well, it's still 1 million euros. So, okay, so 1,000 kwanza is 1 euro, apparently. Good job. Yeah, well, 1 million kwanza is only 1,000 euros, so I kinda doubt that. Yeah, but I think the quotes will. No, it's probably gonna be 10 million. 10 million kwanza. 10,000 euros. Yeah, it's freaking expensive. We already do have a quote from someone that we felt was trying to rip us off. And that one came as 13,000 euros with taxes included. But it's not only painting, you know. It's like painting the exterior walls, then washing the roof, protecting the roof, painting the how do we call this? Like the railings for the staircase and all. So there are a couple of services that need to be done. It's not just painting walls. So everything adds up. The painting in itself was 10,000 on the other guy. Oh yeah. Okay, let's try to figure out what to do with this game. Okay, so this already changes color, which is pretty cool. I'll leave it at that. Seems excessive still, but everything is expensive nowadays. I mean, you've seen my house. Like, the house is very, very tall on the back side. It's like a 3-story building, almost. It's like 10 meters tall, so that's a ton of wall to be painted. $10-meter walls are very tall. If it was like a ground only, then it will be like a third of the price, you know. But they do the math based on the area of the walls that they need to paint, and I've done the math, and I have almost 300 square meters of walls to paint. So yeah, it's a ton. It's more than what you'd expect. Okay. So let me think what I need to do. Okay, so let's just pretend that I'm blue. The only thing that I want to do now is I want to. I don't even know. I want to test the placement of tiles and the destruction of tiles. Okay, so I should be able to place tiles starting from one of the tile bases. So to start with, I should only be able to place here on these 3. And then I want to start like building paths And then whenever I destroy a tile, I want it to... So whenever you battle... Okay, so you already know the rules by now, hopefully. But essentially, you try to build paths, and then you kind of use these victory tiles as anchor points, because they both serve as anchor points for your path, but they also give you points at the end of a round. But if one enemy team was to come and fight you for these tiles, you know, you wouldn't be able to... Sorry, if they were to fight for the tiles and they were to win, meaning that they would now control this tile here, what happens is that it explodes this tile plus all of the other tiles around that belong to the enemy player that you just destroyed. So it's like a cascade effect. So it actually breaks these 7 squares or 7 hexagons. I mean, so I need to implement all of that logic essentially. How am I gonna do this? Good question. I don't know. So I think I'm gonna go with the tile spawn tester, and we'll try to place tiles. Essentially, yeah, that's the plan. Okay, so first things first. How do I check if I click the mouse, you know? Left button dot. Is pressed, you know? So if it's pressed, it should do this. But then if you do right button is pressed, then it should do something else. And essentially I want to do the left button. This should be to do place tile on grid. And then this is explode all tiles around. Or explode surrounding tiles. And then whenever I place a tile or whenever I explode a tile, I will want to have okay, so place tile on whatever coordinate. Okay, whatever this does doesn't matter for now. But then we'll have destroy tile or explode tile. Explode tiles, maybe that's better. And then I will also, both of these functions should create should call a update grid, okay, where they will essentially query for all of the they will essentially query for all of the tiles that are placed and see if they are still properly anchored, and remove the tiles that are not anchored, essentially. You know, if you know, you know. Okay, so what more do I need to do here? Okay, I need to create essentially a bunch of helper functions. Okay. Which this will be a can place tile. Okay. And this one will check if my neighbor is same if okay, one is the current tile empty. 2 is one of my neighbors of the same color. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. I might as well put a can play style true for now. So let me try to figure this out. Okay, I might try to be doing this. Okay. And then cannot assign to an implicitly typed thing. Okay. Fuck you too, I guess. So this is gonna be a cell for now. That can be a null. This will give me var nearest cell game object. And if this, then I do a nearest cell equals nearest cell get component cell. Good job. Good job. So here I have the nearest cell, and then I will what will I do here? I can do this. If nearest cell and can place tile the nearest cell. Oh, maybe I should put the game object. If I have a nearest cell and I can also place the thing here, then I set that tile to active and I show it overlaying there. Okay, maybe I should pass the game object there. Game object. Nearest tile game object equals null. Yeah, so maybe this is what I need to do. And here I pass this guy. Well, I could pass the nearest cell, doesn't matter that much. Nah, I only care about nah. Okay, I'll do this. Okay, so the can play style takes a game object. Cell game object. Okay, then what I need to do here is also do the okay, so this should call play style. And I passed like the nearest cell or something. I'll pass the game object directly as well. Game object, cell game object. This calls this, and then inside of playstyle, I'll check if I can't place the tile, then I just return. Okay, pretty cool. Place tile. And here I'll do explode tiles. Okay, so this is the simple code. This is the part of the code that is simple. It's just like creating empty mock-ups of the format that you want. Now, what is placing a tile? What does placing a tile mean? What does placing a tile mean? No, let's go with the can place tile here. So, how do I check if the current, well, it's not a current tile empty, it's the current cell. Neighboring cells of the same color. Okay, so how do I check if the current cell is empty? Okay, so to do this, I would need like, for example, this guy here, which is like the first cell, you know. Oops, what have I done? Help. Oh my god. Help. How do I fix the camera? Holy crap. Help. I rotated the camera somehow, and now it's messed up. Holy crap. How do I reset the camera here? GG. We fixed it. So, as I was saying, why is this not? Where's my gizmo? The hell? What have I done with the gizmo? Oh, it's there. GG. Let's see. So for this specific cell, how do I know if this cell is empty or not? So I have a current owner for the movement cell. And I also have this for the combat cell. So I have this game object. So I will either if can I do something like this? Probably not. Movement cell equals cell game object that get component. Can I do this? Probably not, right? Freaking bots, mods, help. Okay, so maybe I can't do this inside an if statement. Maybe I need to do this. Okay, so I'll check that, and if this is a movement cell, then I'll need to store who's the current owner index. You know, owner index equals -1. So here, oh, maybe current owner 0 is maybe 0 will be no owner. Now that I think of it. Okay. Movement cell dot current owner. GG. Else, I'll do kind of the same thing, but for a combat cell or a victory cell. Okay. Can I get like multiple components at once? That would be sweet. Get components. No. Okay. This works. It's fine. So if this is a combat cell, then owner index is going to be that. Good job. And now I can do, if owner index equals 0, then false. Job 1 done. Which is the current cell empty? Good job. And now I'll need for my now this is where I need to think a little bit better about this, which is I'll need to get a list or an array of my neighboring cells or indices or something. You know? So I will want to do get neighbor cells and get neighbor cells for my cell. Cell.x, cell.y. Something like this. And this should return a list of all of the cells. And then this should return me neighbor cell game object. Game objects. And maybe I do something like this. Here comes the Irish. Meetings all done for today. Woo! Nice. Now it means that you won't miss another minute of this stream today. Good job. Do the confetti thing. Hell yeah! Meetings all done for the day. Good job, Simonot. And welcome to the stream. Hooray. Oh, let me show you something. And now Dudesort goes, alright guys, that's the stream, see y'all. Simonot, this now changes color. See, like by default it's this. And now I'm modifying it through code. Whoa, yeah. I'm not entirely happy with the way that I'm doing this, but it's the most similar to Unreal. But it's not good, because if I were to change names of stuff, then it will break the binding. No casting at all. The way that this works is I have this UI game, which is the only thing that I have here. Hold on. So I have this UI game. This is gonna be my global script for managing the UI. Okay. And then the way that this works is when I start the scene on enable, it will grab the UI document that it has, which is this UI game thing, which is this. And then, because I know how this is supposed to be formatted, right? Because I open this and I see, okay, I should have a player tiles container in there. So what I then do is I create a new class called the UI player tiles container, where I pass my current root. And then inside of this, I try to find my thing called player tiles container, which means that instead of being here, I'm now here inside this thing. And this thing, it knows that it should have a movement tiles container and the combat tiles container. And inside of those, we'll have a ton of children, and each one of those children will be movement tiles and combat tiles, right? So I iterate over these internally, and then I cast them or pass them as hold on, or pass them to the constructor on a new class. So then I can go inside the UI movement tile, which is, hold on, which is this one. And here I know that I will have a movement tile color image that I'm binding to color image. Okay, this is the binding. It's very manual, but it's kind of what I want to have right now. So then what happens is that, for example, on update, I will call player tiles container dot set team color, whatever argument you want to pass here. And then these will automatically iterate over the tiles that it already has, and then it's gonna call set color texture. And for the movement tiles, the color texture is movement tile color image. For the combat tiles is combat tile color image, but they will change them properly. Yeah. The names of things inevitably sneak into code. Seems reasonably common way to do it in Unity. Yeah. I know that. I mean, there are some things that I could change here somehow. But for example, add selector. Oh, pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know what this is. But for example, if I wanted to change that texture only, I can come here to this image, right click on it and do a add binding. And I can add this bind like to a scriptable object or something. And then it kind of works. But at the same time, I don't like that, you know? Because I don't want to only change this image. I want the ability to change the image and the color and anything through code. And essentially, my movement tile color image here is this entire thing now. So it's fairly easy for me to change any of these instead of binding one by one. I don't know. There will be probably a time where I will regret this. But for now, I guess it works. And the way that this is set up right now, I can literally create a new UI and reuse this entire tile panel here. Like I could reuse this, put this in another UI and then just say set colors, and then it will work in any UI, any parent UI that I put this on. So yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Because for example, oops, okay, I can't alt tab because it just opens a ton of shit. But for example, one thing that I don't know is, for instance, this movement tile is, so there's a container of movement tiles which has a bunch of movement tiles inside. But what would happen if I would come here and just add the binding to this one? Like I would still need to figure out a way to actually know which binding is this mapped to. Like, will it just create 3 or 4 bindings somehow? But then how do I match one of each one to this? Yeah, it's weird. I'm getting a personal call, so let me pick this up. Good news, everyone. The stream ends now. I'm gonna have lunch. I've been invited to have lunch. Paid by my wife's grandparents, so I cannot refuse it, you know? So I need to go. Okay, this was unexpected, but I really need to go. But yeah, I should be here in around 1 hour-ish, 1 hour 30 maybe, because we are going to a restaurant. But yeah, I think that on the afternoon stream, I need to figure out like how to actually place tiles and do the logic to see if I can place depending on the path that they are making and all of that. But yeah, at least the binding of the UI is working, which was what I was worried yesterday. But then I did a little bit of work after stream just to figure it out if this was a proper way of doing this. So yeah, everyone, I'll need to get going, if you guys don't mind, and I'll be here in at most 2 hours. Ok? Ricardo, vós santinhos. Tchau. Yeah, that was some Portuguese for my Algardia friend. Vou comer bife. Yeah. Okay, see ya everyone. I really need to get going because the restaurant fills up very quickly. It's a very good restaurant. And yeah, bye-bye. And I will see you in like 2 hours if you guys don't mind. And I know you guys will miss me, but the time will pass by faster than you think. Okay, see ya.